Hey. Hey, Joseph. Hey, Boop. It's 6 a.m. Yay. Yay. How's it going? Sorry, it took me a lot of time to process what I should be saying. I'm so tired. Okay, here we go. A person! A real person!
Let's go! I'm in this to win.
Oh. Oh, they covered it up. I'm not ready.
Two. Sign. Whoa. One. Two. Three. Cosine. Oh no! I'm at 100%.
Wait, how am I? Restream bot, but how?
One. Two. Whoa.
Hmm.
One. Two. Ow. One. Two. One.
This is bad. I messed up.
Three. Two. Four. Three.
Oh, but did they mess up too? All according to plan.
Oh no! I'm at 100%.
Oh yeah, you're welcome. I want everyone to have Puyo Puyo Champions. Once the game came out, I was just like, I need to release everyone from their suffering. So I bought a bunch of copies. Hey Zakaria-san. Hey Blue Bomber. Oh, on the PS4 version?
Ever at your service.
It's showtime!
When I play on PC, I have to press triangle to get a random character, but on... I'm so bad.
One. Two. Victory! One. Two.
Blade of Kings!
Hey, watch it!
I love Alex. It's just...
Two! Alright!
I don't want to say all this cheaty stuff and like not get laughed at in real life.
One!
Oh wait, is that a? That's just a 4. I could still. Oh.
Feel the beat.
Retreat.
Oh, you had to delete Puyo Puyo Tetris to make room for Puyo Puyo Chronicle or Champions. Yeah, priorities. What a loss, right?
One, two,
Oh crap.
Hey, watch it. 1, 2.
one,
Oh man. This could be bad.
4, 5, 6, 7. Outrage.
I don't even think this like does anything on the tail.
4,
Oh man.
6, 7. Hey.
Oh, it actually worked a little bit. That's surprising.
A job well done.
Yeah. The T-spin sound was pretty fun. But now it's gone. Oh, that was so funny. Like the other day I saw like a tweet that was like, or no, it was like a post that said like, oh no, Puyo Puyo Tetris drink is going to be so empty now. They were a Tetris player saying this. And I was just like, oh man, what a loss.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, I'm an idiot.
Let there be light. A job well done.
Is there a non-chronicle version of Fun Puyo Puyo Hell? Apparently not in this game. I don't know why. It is in Puyo Tetris though. Yeah, I like the original more than the Chronicle one too.
Let the experiment begin.
But the Chronicle one is still pretty good. If you've played Chronicles and you could feel the memories. Oh my god, calm down! Wow, if you're gonna have that kind of attitude, I'm just gonna wait this out. And I'm gonna change characters to show you that I'm really screwing with you.
Let the experiment begin.
Fine. I'll join the fray.
Calm down. That's big.
2, 1, 2.
Oh, I blocked it.
Did I hold back too much? Good. That's the end of that.
I hate it when people rush me. That's like the ultimate thing I hate in this world. Not cockroaches. Not mosquitoes. Other people rushing me.
1, 1, 2. Time to get serious. Take this.
Oh man.
1, 2. 3. Take this. 1.
I think I'm really far ahead, aren't I?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Verdict wing. 1,
Wait, they extended?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Verdict so annoying.
Wow. Amazing.
So annoying. Did I hold back too much?
Good.
That was almost
That's
there.
the end of that.
What? Come on, PSN. You always gotta do this. Oh. I'm not gonna be streaming for long, just so you know. But Yoshi and Lee, or Koi? I forgot how they say their name. But Yoshi's fighting a strong Japanese player on Twitch right now. So you should go watch them after... Actually, no, you can just skip out on me. Wait, let me post the link in chat right now. Where is this? God dang it. I'm just gonna do like a couple more matches anyways. It's so hard to find a time to play the PS4 version. It's like, this isn't even peak hour for Japan anyways. I think it's still a couple more hours until like the most amount of players are on.
Are you ready?
One day I'll hope that more people in the West are playing Puyo. So there's never a wait. One day.
1, 2. 1, 2.
Oh.
Thrashing time. 1, 2.
Darn it!
1,
I wanted to...
1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2.
Whoa. Somehow they didn't... They kept doing these indecisive attacks against me. So now I'm just really far ahead, huh? Okay. Here we go. Try to beat this.
3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2,
Wait, are they beating it?
3, 4, 5. It's over for you.
What? Oh my gosh! They did it? How? How?
1, 2.
Wow.
Time. Oh no!
What a
Just
god.
wait till next time. Was there ever any doubt?
Well then, I have to be more careful. Okay, here we go.
1, 2. No!
Oh, okay.
Someone owes me an apology. Looks like I won.
I'm getting out my harassments just before they could use theirs, and that's really getting them. I earned a trophy. Hello. Hey, username 45679. Wait, that's 7889?
Fine, I'll join the fray.
I enjoyed that you don't have to wait like 5 seconds anymore after someone confirms that they want to play with you. I like that it's instant. The less time that's wasted, the better. This is gonna get dangerous. Oh no, I have to block this.
2 1
Oh, that's dangerous.
1 2 3
Wait, they converted it? Oh no. Whoa, I got so lucky. They just didn't get reds at all. That could have been so dangerous. They put it back into their main chain. Okay. Oh.
Good. That's the end of that.
Wait, my tail doesn't work. People are... I know a lot of newcomers are worried about, like, you know, not making godlike chains. But you can win with 2 chains. Totally fine. Oh, is this the impatient person again? Here's the ultimate, like, mind game. I'll put them on tilt by not choosing a character.
I'm in this to win.
Are you ready? 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 Are you ready?
Fine, fine. I'll join the fray.
I'm in this
Fine,
to win.
I'll join the fray.
I do love that they put memories of Puyo Puyo back in.
1 2 sign.
So annoying.
Is that diggable? It is! This is so dangerous.
2 3 4 5 6 7 Reggione.
I didn't think of what to do in time. I messed up. I forgot how to chain.
Good. That's the end of that.
Oh, it's my chance to get them. Oh. Oh.
3 well played. 5 6 7 8 9 Verdict.
Just kidding. I didn't have enough time to extend. They reacted really fast to me setting off my main chain. I needed a little bit more. So I used up too much resources trying to attack them. That was a bad idea.
Good. That's the end of that.
Huh? I don't think it's my bloodlust. It's more like there are now 3 platforms to worry about. PS4, Switch, PC. And I think it's my responsibility to climb up on all of them. So, but some platforms are more active than others.
He's starting soon.
Do I know this person? Oh gosh. A 2. That's fine. But will they do a follow-up? Could get dangerous.
1, 2.
Oh? Maybe this will be fine.
1. 2. 1.
That looks like a struggle.
Oh boy. Wait, what?
Cynic says, is it a good thing that I bought one of my friends Puyo Champions so that him and I could play together? What a weird question to ask. Of course. It's important to play with your friends.
1.
I'm really glad that you did that. Thank you. Oh, can't hesitate like this.
1. 1.
Wow, already maxed out my chain. This is bad. I'm not going to beat theirs. Wait, but they cut a little? Do they?
10.
Wow, I only canceled. Oh, I almost got caught.
Oh boy. Wait, what?
You're surprised I haven't come across any frog stackers? Well, I didn't. My PS4 rating transferred, so I'm above the initial rating now. I haven't got a matchup with anyone from the 2000s in a while.
Ever at your service. I'm in this to win.
The rating match, the matchmaking seems to be around like plus or minus 500 points. Why? Why are you asking though? Have you run into frog stackers? That would be pretty surreal, but also kind of understandable. People are just getting into the game.
2.
I need to split my Prios less. 1.
1.
This will be fine.
2. 3. 2. 5. 6. 7. 8. 2. 9. Calculate! Impossible! Impossible! Retreat! I'm at 100%!
man. They need a lot of colors.
Sign! Impossible!
Wait, that's diggable. Okay, I won't try to chance it.
One, two.
Oh, that's not so bad.
One. One, two.
Oh man.
Kings. One.
Blade of Kings!
Right back at ya. 4, 5, 6, 1, 7, 2, 8, 3, 9, 4, calculate. 5, 6, 7, 8. Let there be impossible! Impossible! Retreat! I'm at 100%! Very good.
I want to play this game with friends, but they don't want to play this since they don't want to play an anime game. I don't know. It's not like Puyo's like the normal kind of anime. It has a unique style. Well, I don't know what to say. Get better friends, I guess.
2.
Oh gosh.
How dare you!
Oh no, stop!
2. How dare you! 1. 1.
Is this gonna dig?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Fighting queen! How dare you!
Well, I hope your friends could come around to liking Puyo one day. Well, okay, just never give me greens. Ah!
Pay for this!
Okay, does this one attack to get them cut off their tail. Now I'll focus on... Oh wait! Oh what? That cut... Darn it.
How dare you! You'll pay for this!
I didn't account for how they would have to respond after I eliminated their options. I didn't think enough steps ahead. If you force someone to do something, they're going to do it. Obviously, I have to know. I have to account for that too. I need to think harder.
Shall we? It's my turn!
Yes, Pepe man. They're the Tetris player. Oh, here it comes.
1, 2, 3. Allow me. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Royal carrot. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Violet. No.
Wow, almost a counter.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Amethyst glitter. 1,
Did they get it?
3, 4, 5, 6.
Holy crap!
1, 2, 3, 4. Observe. Desist.
Wow, what a god.
1, 2, 3, 4. Mind blast. Desist. How vexing. Victory. 1, 2. I've done it. 1. One, 2.
Hmm.
1, 2.
Oh, I'm not gonna block this well.
2. Prepare up. 1, 2. 1. Up. 1.
Oh!
How vexing.
No.
Victory. Ever at your service.
It's showtime! One, 2.
1.
I wonder if I can get this extension.
1. 1, 2, 3. Behold my power.
Oh my gosh.
3. Here comes the groove. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
1,
11,
2.
12.
Alright, a 13.
Holy overload. Impossible.
Holy overload!
Impossible. Retreat.
Smooth moves.
I work well under pressure. Thanks. I like to believe that too, but it's more like I just have a lot of experience getting like destroyed. So now I'm just desensitized. Oh, let's punish those yellows.
2. 1, 2. All right.
Impossible. 1.
1, 2.
Retreat.
Smooth moves.
Who's my favorite character? Right now, I like Ringo a lot because she likes math. And I want to think that I like math, but I know that I actually just suck at it. But I want to feel smart, so I like math now.
I'm in this to win.
I'm surprised it worked.
One, two, three, four. Tangent. One. Hey, stop! Hey, stop! Uh-oh, I'm at 100%.
Why am I up so early? I don't know. It's because this is a struggle for Puyo Puyo, while our scene is still niche. You have to practice against Japanese players most of the time if you want to experience new things. Only way to do that is to wake up in the mornings. Oh gosh. 11. I don't think I have.
7, 8, 9. Right back.
Whoa, I got it?
1.
I did it. Okay, well, they're kind of cornered, aren't they? Here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4. Tangent. Hey, stop! Uh-oh, I'm at 100%.
How come American players don't go to Puyo tournaments in Japan? Cause going to Japan is like $1 bajillion. And the Puyo tournaments will only pay you back like $10. So no money to get champions, but you do have eSports. Hey, that's fine. While I would appreciate if everyone could buy Puyo Champions to support it, if you can't, then that's okay. To support the Puyo community, all you've got to do is just like the game. That's really enough. For me, for everyone. It's fine.
Ever at your service. Ever at your service.
Love conquers all.
scared to go online. Oh, this is such a big deal. I mean, you'll get bodied by everyone, not just me. I wouldn't worry about it too much. They seem unsure of themselves. Well done.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Love's light. 1, 2, 3, 4. Holy overload! Impossible! Impossible! Retreat! See you next time!
Puyo Puyo is a tough game. There's no way around it. Should I have done that? They don't have anything to attack me with. Yep, I made them use their defense.
1, 2.
Oh.
1, 1.
Huh. Oh, I messed up my tail. Whatever.
3,
Sad.
4, 5, 1, 7, 8. Love's light. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, even though Fun Puyo Puyo Hell isn't in this game, this track is really good too.
See you next time.
Okay, I do have to go to work, so maybe I'll just do one more. Did I even make any progress in my rating? What was I at the beginning? Oh, I was actually higher at the beginning of the stream than I am at now. I must have lost to someone really badly. This game's a struggle.
So be it. It's showtime. One. Showtime. One.
To rank up in this game, you have to like always be playing with like super high focus and trying really hard, but I don't know. Sometimes I'm just like, it's rank mode, but also I just want to have fun. I don't really mind losing. Not really.
One. 2, 3. 1. Calamity. 2, 3, 4. Here comes the broom. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Disaster.
Oh, 11? Or wait, 12. I got a 12 chain. Sorry. I couldn't read the number for a second there.
One, 2.
Ooh, that's dangerous. But also, they're behind.
3.
I wonder if they can catch up.
5.
Are they gonna do something godly?
7.
Oh, I guess not.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Hey, that was almost there actually.
This cannot be. Smooth moves.
What's my rating? I'm 5 points higher than what I started at, I think. Or no, is that the same rating? Oh, let's look at the regional rankings. I wonder what place I am in Georgia. Hey, it's everyone. I know them. Okay, that's it for me for tonight. 5 points higher. Heck yeah, I'm best. Progress. Ow, I bit my tongue. Ow, that actually really hurt. Ow. Okay. I'm done. Thank you for watching. Does Xander come back for Satan? I don't know. I think so. Benicia, thank you for the $5 super chat. Okay, I guess we gotta wait for the notification sound to come up. So here, we're waiting. So many good memories of destruction and despair and crying every day. Thank you. Yeah, TJ. That's funny. Yeah, my thing's messed up. Okay. Alright, thank you so much for supporting me. Thank you for watching my stream. Let's all keep training in Puyo Puyo and getting better and having fun. Thank you.